Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome to Boss City, where we take nostalgic looks at classic TV and music. Today we are featuring Gilligan's Island, the 1964 series that ran for 3 seasons on CBS. Gilligan's Island, created by Sherwood Schwartz, is one of my first favorite TV series. It's the classic tale of 7 castaways who set sail on a 3-hour sightseeing tourist excursion and end up on a deserted island. Schwartz has said that the show was a microcosm of society and that the 7 castaways getting along despite their differences represents an example to everyone. That may have been his vision, but he and his writers often strayed from that noble goal. That straying, or shark jumping, is where some of the outrageous storylines come from, but also some of the classic moments. And it is amazing how they were able to come up with so many scripts with just 7 people. The show was well cast with Bob Denver and Alan Hale and their Laurel and Hardy style relationship as Gilligan and the skipper, and Jim Backus, Natalie Shaffer, Russell Johnson, Louise and Dawn Wells were all perfect in their roles. Now, as a kid, I found the show when it went into syndication, where it found a much greater popularity than it had when it was on CBS. And it aired daily here in Los Angeles at 5 p.m. on KCOP 13. Among my favorite episodes is Don't Bug the Mosquitoes. This is the one where a pop group, kind of like the Beatles, have come to this uncharted island to get rest and relaxation from the frenzy of mosquito mania. Even though the group agrees to take the castaways with them when they leave the island, the castaways try to encourage them to take them back to civilization sooner. But in typical Gilligan's Island fashion, this strategy backfires and the mosquitoes leave without them. Now, I always liked this show because I've always enjoyed 60s pop bands, so having one, even though they were a fake one, on the island was fun to watch. I also liked when the men and women formed their own music groups. And I've always enjoyed watching the honeybees sing their song. The mosquitoes shared one thing in common with all the other visitors on Gilligan's Island. None of them ever told anyone back in civilization about the 7 castaways. You'd think at least 1 or 2 of the nearly 24 visitors would have the conscience to alert authorities about the whereabouts of the castaways. And then 3 of the visitors were doppelgangers for 3 of the castaways. Like, what are the odds of that happening? And I discussed TV show Doppelgangers and Evil Twins in another episode here on the channel. And I'll leave a link below in the description so you can check that out. So this leads us to my favorite episode of Gilligan's Island, Hi-Fi Gilligan. This is the one where a catastrophic typhoon is heading towards the island. The emergency cave ends up only being big enough for 6 of them. As the men draw straws to see who will have to face the storm alone outside, Gilligan pretends to have the short straw and leaves the cave. One by one, the castaways are touched by Gilligan's self-sacrificial love for them, so they all leave the cave to brave the storm outside together. When lightning destroys their cave, the castaways realize that Gilligan's sacrifice and their love for one another saved them from certain death in the cave. And this particular episode is emotionally moving in a way that most of the series isn't, and that's why it's my favorite. If Gilligan's Island can bring a tear to your eye, that's saying something. But how about you? Do you have any favorite Gilligan's Island episodes? How about memories of the show? If you do, please post them in the comments. I'd love to see them. And while you're at it, please like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Boss City Brian, and until next time, I'll be avoiding 3-hour tours. Many blessings. Bye for now.